Hello everybody, welcome on in. My name is Jessie Terrian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I am located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room we do all things paper craft. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, besties, go ahead and find me, sound off in the comments, let me know you're here. Happy Wednesday everybody. Did anyone try to catch that live on Friday? What a mess. My fingers are crossed that our connection is good. It looks good so far. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time going live since we had the internet connectivity issues. Hi, Mom. Let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything working? That is my question for you. So let me get signed in while we wait for everybody to find me. If you're joining me from YouTube, welcome. I'm so glad you could make it today. If you have a good time, please consider giving me a subscribe and hit that like button. We have a lot of fun here. Hi, Sherry. How you doing? Works good. Do you hear those jets? It's red phase right now, and we live near an Air Force base, so super loud. My craft room's rocking. Kind of cool. Let's see. Perfect. Everybody can see and hear me. Very happy. Hi, Pam. How you doing? Did you make it to California? Everything okay? You get there safe and sound? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to sign in. I can't do it. I don't know why. We don't know why. You guys can see me. I don't need to see me. Technologically, we're going to have a better day today. I'm telling you, this is a different week. Here we go. I found me. We're good. Okay. I don't know. I think that was my eye thing. Yeah, it was my eye thing. I thought I had a bug. Don't ask. I don't know. I'm going to get started. We got a couple people watching. Don't ask. I'm crazy. Okay, so let me start by showing you the card. Here it is. This was a request from Sherry. She asked if I could do something with Country Birdhouse this week. So here's the stamp set. I use the coordinating dies. When I flip down, I will show you all the stuff, but I'm really excited about this card. We're going to do some coloring today. I pre-cut everything out because I'll just focus on the coloring. If you're one of my blending besties and you're watching this, here's another coloring video for you, and you're going to see kind of where we're headed with our classes. Right now we're kind of limited because we only have the 4 colors. Some of you have gone ahead and purchased some extra colors, so maybe you'll get some ideas from what I do today and try it out on that coloring sheet. What else? Okay, pre-order. Let me just start there. Okay, so pre-order has happened for me. It started yesterday, the 6th. Anyone who is a demonstrator can go ahead and order from the new mini catalog that will go live next month. If you would like a catalog and you haven't already asked me, throw it in the comments or send me a message and I will make sure to get one to you as soon as I can when I get them. But my besties, if you requested one, it's already been ordered. No worries. What else? So I ordered some stuff. Now I didn't go crazy. I'm trying to be fiscally responsible, people. So I had a come to Jesus meeting. I have a wonderful teammate, Terry, who was like, look, girl, we're going to tag team. So she told me what she got, and then I picked different stuff so we can see all this stuff. Well, not all, but we can see a lot of this stuff, but not, spend a lot. You know what I'm saying? But today's theme, hi Cheryl, welcome in, is basically using what you have, okay? So Friday, we're going to be using that Country Birdhouse, but I'm going to be making a Christmas card. So we're going to take something you may already have and we're going to use it for Christmas, add some more things to it. I'm going to give you ideas. You see where I'm going with this? Brilliant. Whatever. I don't know. I've had a lot of coffee today. So, oh, and one more shout out. I don't know if anyone saw my post about the haunted house kit, but you know your girl had to get it. But I didn't realize when I did my pre-order, because it was so early in the morning, that they released the kit yesterday. So when I made my pre-order, I didn't have the kit. And I even looked to see if it was a pre-order item, but it wasn't because they released it that day, right? So I missed it, and a huge shout out to my mom, because I told her, I was like, oh, I'm so disappointed. I missed it. I'm going to have to get it later, but I was worried about it selling out. And she was like, no problem. I got you, girlie. And she ordered it for me. So how excited are you guys? I'm going to make it, and hopefully it's not hard to do. We could do it online together. I'm super excited. So thank you, Mom. I love you. So, okay. I'm going to stop yakking my jaws. I'm going to flip down. If you get seasick, you know what to do. Close your eyes right now. Going down. Hi, Terry. I think I saw you there right when I flipped down. Okay, let me get myself situated. So here's our card. You know this thing is always usually crooked, but I don't know what straight is, so we do the best we can. Okay. So like I said, here's the card. Now, this set you can get singly, you can get in a bundle. So you get, you can buy the stamps, the stamp set, and then let me open this so it doesn't fall over. And then you can bundle it with the coordinating dies. This is the way I store them, but they don't, you know, they come separately. And if you were to get the suite, it does come in a suite. So it's Country Flowers and Country Birdhouse. They have a country, I wrote it down because I never remember these things. Let's see. You would get these two stamp sets, these two dies. You would get the Eyelet 3D embossing folder, which I used. You would get Country Woods paper, Country Lace paper, ribbon with 2 different ribbons in it, and then some silver and gray pearls. So it's like a huge suite. But today we're going to use some of the papers. We're going to use the 2 stamp sets. This stamp set, I wanted the flowers for the front of the card. So really for this stamp set, that's all I did. This definitely has flowers in it. And if you were to get the coordinating dies, you could cut out flowers and make like a 3D effect. So there's a lot of options just with Country Birdhouse. But I wanted to show you everything because you're going to go, Jessie, I bought that set and this wasn't in there. That's why. Because I had gotten the suite, so I'm using the Country Flowers out of that suite. Okay, I think I explained myself pretty well. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments, and we're going to get going. Now, I pre-cut, scored, embossed, did all the things, right? Because I have explained and I have demonstrated many times how to use an embossing machine, and at some points we do it, but this time I wanted to focus on the Stampin' Blends specifically. So let me see where I am. Here we go. Okay. So I got my 2 pieces out that we are going to be coloring today. And I want to pull in this designer series paper. Now this was a paper that you could get for Celebration. But this is just going to give you an idea of where my headspace was. And when you are coordinating your card materials, this is a process you can go through. So yes, I'm using this today, but really this will work with any system you have. So you're going to match your designer series paper with your stamped images when you're coloring. So we're going to color in this little section, and I've already stamped it and pre-colored it stamped it and cut it. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do first is we're going to mix and match our Stampin' Blends today. So I have like a rainbow of colors here. We're going to start with some light petal pink. And we're going to color in these first big flowers. And don't ask me the names of them because I have no idea. If you've been here for a while, you know. I don't even try anymore. It's a flower. That's good enough for me. And in my little imaginary garden, it could be any color, really. Sometimes I will look it up if I need ideas on how to color it, but okay. So what I did with this was I threw down some Stampin' Blends, then with the light, then I'm gonna go in with the dark. And I'm just gonna give it like a little highlight, not a lot, just like half the petals, and work around. See that? So just to give it a little depth. Now, I do not have Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blend, but I did have the right and the Stampin' Right marker. So we're going to pull this in. Now let me tell you a little bit about this when it comes to working with the Stampin' Blends. The Stampin' Blends are alcohol based, so that's what makes them blendable because they kind of bleed together, okay? Your Stampin' Right markers are made out of the same ink as your re-inkers and your stamp pads, which means they're water-based and they will not move. That's why we use the black Memento ink when we stamp to color, because it's water-based, it's not gonna move. It's not gonna bleed, okay? So when I use this, I have to remember it's not going to bleed, and so I need to put that ink down where I want it because it's going to stay put. Now, if we notice on my designer series paper, it kind of has like a watercolor effect, and it has some darker parts, and I wanted to bring out the Flirty Flamingo because that's our card base. So what I did was I just took it and I just made some tick marks on the inner part of the petals. Now it's not going to bleed, it's not going to blend, but what a pretty effect this is. Now think about this. You could do stippling, like little dots, and make highlights. There's a lot of things you could do with the combination of a Stampin' Right marker and your alcohol markers. So, you know, I know during Stampin' Blend, and I put those videos on the Stampin' Blend page. It's free to join the club. It costs to get, you know, the kits, but if you just are interested in learning more about it and watching the videos, feel free to tune in, join the page. And also, if you're a YouTube subscriber, I put them on there. So you can, there's two ways you can, you can learn about blending. And if you have Copic markers, they're alcohol based, so I would assume it would be very similar. Okay, so, and also if you're interested in the club, all the information is on the Stampin' Blends group page. And if you would like a link to check that out, just message me, okay? And it has all the information for the club. Kits. So, all right, so now we're gonna do the same thing, just kind of giving a little highlight. So there you go. Now, for the next color, I'm gonna do the leaves. Now for that, same process. You got to be light-handed. These are such small areas and the alcohol markers will bleed. So you don't want to go right to the end. So when I start blending, when I start filling in, putting some color down, let's say, it looks like a hot mess express. Like I'm literally all over the place. Sometimes I, go out of line a little bit. I got to clean it up. I mean, it's okay because in the end, it's going to be gorgeous, but it is a process. So trust the process. That's what I'm telling you, I have to take my time and kind of see what's what here. So how is everybody doing? How is your day? How is your week? Can you believe it's Wednesday? Oh, I'm so happy. oh my goodness. What's going on? Oh yeah, I gotta go sideways. Hold on guys, I gotta figure out my life. There we are. Okay, so let's see, have I missed anybody? So now with my tablet, I have to have it like oriented upright or else it won't show me the comments, but we figured that out. All right, here we go. So let's see. What color is this? This is shaded spruce. And I used lemon lolly for the yellow. I don't remember what this one is. Oh, petal pink. And then flirty flamingo. So those are all the colors. And as I go, I'll let you know what the colors are. So this is light shaded spruce. Now I'm just gonna go in with a little tiny bit of dark. You don't wanna lay down too much color because see, I didn't go all the way to the edges, but it kind of bled, right? So now they're filled in. But what I did was I literally like dotted around my leaves, just a little bit of dark, just a minute part. And there's a reason for this. Oop, I don't know what I'm doing. The reason is I want that watercolor kind of effect from the paper. So what I did was I went back in with my color lifter and I kind of just blended with that. And what that's going to do, it's going to blend the dark and the light spots, and it's also going to lift some of the color, giving it that kind of washed effect. And so that's one way I got that watercolory kind of effect with my Stampin' Blends. Now, I'm going to show you another effect when we color the bird to get that as well. And then you can kind of clean up your edges if anything bled out or, did what you did. Now, I want to bring in the blue. Let me show you the colored one. I want to bring in, because there's blue, there's pink, and there's purple in this DSP. So I did blue flowers, I did the pink, and then I did a purple. And I wasn't super happy with this, so we're going to play with that one a little bit. Some place for sure. So this is light balmy blue, and we're going to color in these. I'm going to call it a tulip looking thing. I don't know. Blue flower. You know what I'm saying? Blue flower. Okay. And I'm just, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Now we're going to mix it. So I like to put like the light color on. Then I'm going to take a light blueberry bushel, and with the bullet tip, I'm just going to kind of just tip it like I did with my Stampin' Right marker, but this one will bleed a little bit, and I was okay with that. Different effects, different effects. So then I'm going to go back with the light and just kind of, Now, if you put a lot of alcohol, like if you keep going over it and keep going over an image, it's going to bleed out where you don't want it. So yes, put color down, but you do have to be, there is a balance. There is a learning curve to this, and it's something that really you can't be taught. You just have to play with. Okay, so we're going to do this again. So with the purple flower here, I know it looks crazy, but I'm going to start with the pale pink first. I'm just going to throw some color down. I'm kind of going quick. Like that. Now I'm going to come in with some Highland Heather. I'm gonna try the light one first. I might go dark. We'll see. Also good if you have a piece of scrap paper to kind of swatch this before you do it, to see what is the effect of mixing the colors before you put it on your project. So these are all things we, you know, practice in Blender Club. Okay. So there we go. Now I'm gonna go back in. I really like mixing my colors, using a light color, going back in with a different color, maybe then adding some dark, you know. There we go. Okay, I saw a comment pop up. Hi, Michelle, how you doing? Welcome in. You're fine. We're just getting some coloring going, so glad you could make it. Okay, so now I have the dark Highland Heather, and I'm just on those tips. Just highlight a little bit. Okay, I think I'm good. What do you think? Is it good? It's pretty good. It's decent. We'll go with it. Always a work in progress. Now I have the bird. There's a cutout on the birdhouse, but I wanted that bird just kind of in the background. Now, I kind of used a lot of paper. You could just take a little tiny square, partially, you know, put the bird's face on there and stick it behind. You don't have to do this, but that's just how I did it, so we're gonna go with it, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take light balmy blue again, and I wanna kind of mimic the bird in the DSP. So I'm gonna throw some light on there. And I'm not even doing the whole thing because we won't see it. Then I'm gonna take that lemon lolly and I'm gonna do the breast part. Like that. Now watch. This looks crazy, but actually I really kind of was digging it. I'm gonna take that back with that petal pink. I think I'm gonna use the dark one. And I'm just gonna blend the blue and the yellow. Look at that. Kind of puts a little pink in there, maybe like a little pink cheek, you know what I'm saying? How cute is that? I am obsessed. So, if you've never thought about kind of mixing the colors yet, here's your sign. This is what you need to do. Okay, so now let's just make sure I got the whole bird that's going to be showing. Yes, see? That part is good. So we're good on this, and the last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in with a Stampin' Write marker, and I'm just going to fill in that beak. You could do it with a little orange or lemon lolly, but there. liked it like that. And then the DSP, he had a dark beak too. I was really trying to go for this. Okay, so there we go. So we have our pieces colored, and now we can start to assemble. You guys okay? My puppies are in here with me today, but they hear their dad cooking dinner and they're like, hey, we need to go check that out. There could be scraps. All right, so let's see. We're gonna fold up our Flirty Flamingo card base and set that to the side. Actually, I'm not gonna set it to the side. I changed my mind. We're gonna put our DSP on. Now, one thing about this that I wanna tell you is I have a nice fat chunk of it in here. Now, if you are making a card where you're going to mat it and you just want a little bit of that DSP showing, you have all this paper real estate that's being wasted. Nobody's going to see it. So that's when you can take advantage and take a punch or use your paper trimmer and trim this out to use either on the inside of the card or the outside of the project. Technically, I could have cut this bird out and backed it in here for my birdhouse, right? So there's so many things. So think about that when you're designing this paper. Now on the pictorial, I just gave you these measurements, but these are things to be thinking about when you're doing your card making, okay? So that was just a little tip. Now, some of my OG crafters are like, girl, I invented that. And I know you did. And they've probably forgot more than I know. But it's always good to have a reminder, or if anyone's just getting started out, I don't know, but somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear it, guys. Okay. So I put my paper down, then I'm gonna put this down. Now I've embossed it with the 3D eyelet embossing folder. Just a little bit of glue will do ya. We're gonna put a nice 1/2 inch frame around this piece. I like to use my liquid glue so I can wiggle it. We all know I'm not gonna get it straight on the first time. No judgment. So, okay, that's kind of prepped and set to go. Now let's build our birdhouse. Get all my little pieces. Oh, sticking to me, guys. All right. And pull in those colored pieces. Now the first thing we're gonna do is just get the bird in the birdhouse. And you could do, you know, this Country Woods paper. I went into Bertha, my big scrap bin, and I just, you know, pulled paper scraps that I had, and I started cutting. So that's how I got the pieces for my houses. Everybody should have at least one big tote with your scraps in it. And every time you do a project, you should be pulling from that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Waste not, want not. So I have the bottom tray here, and I cut it out of the same paper, and I just flipped it to the different side. So it looks a little different. Ooh. I have a glare. You guys can't see it, but my shop light is like bouncing up at me, and it bugs my eyes. So sometimes I can't tell, like if it's a white piece and I'm on this background, I'm like, is it straight? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's my story. So I'm gonna put the roof on. So these are all dies in the die set. They're very detailed, very cute. There we go. We're going to put a little trim, cutesy patootsy trim on there. I'm getting glue everywhere. Is anyone surprised? I know I'm not. There we go. Okay, so there's our house. Now, you could cut out a little circle or put a little, you know how they'll have a perch? But I'm going to be covering it up with my little flower thing here, so I'm not fussed. Let me grab some dimensionals. I'm not really going to be careful with these. I'm just going to put them all over the back because this will just help adhere this down better to my card as a whole. So when I stick it down, I'm not worried about like this open space, the dimensional will be there because it's going to stick to the card, right? So I'll show you what I mean in a sec. Let's kind of play with this, get it where you want it. Like that. Now I'm going to show you. So the back, see how that dimensional is not touching this at all? It's fine because it's going to go on my card. It's fine. See, that's a little bit off, but it's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. I'm not going to fuss that. Okay, so you know how when you're trimming your paper and you have all these scraps? These are great for your sentiment focal points. So here I have a scrap. It's 3/4 of an inch by 4, I believe, is what that is. And I'm just going to go in and see if, no, not that one. If Hello Friend, if that'll fit. Yeah, it should fit. I may have to wiggle it a little, but it should fit. Okay, so I blocked it. Let me get some of that memento. Now, when you do this, just right above, get it as straight as you can get it. Try not to rock, right? Just even light pressure. You don't have to crush it. If you crush these photopolymer stamps, they distort. So if you have an image and it's not crisp, it's kind of looks wavy or feathered at all, it's because you're crushing it too hard. You just want a little light pressure, or even just set it down and give the ink time to absorb into the paper, okay? Like that. So that's another tip when using these, to not have them distort or feather, or if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, it's getting everywhere. That might be one thing to look at that might help, okay? So now I'm gonna put a little dovetail on this, but you know, if you don't have one of these punches, you know my little trick with cutting a slit in the middle and then going from the corner to the slit. But I wanted to bring this in for a reason. All my girlies and I went out and we bought these. And we kept trying to use them. And it was always crooked and it didn't work. And we were like, trash, right? We're quick to judge. Anyway, I figured it out, guys. Like all other punches, you have to flip it over so that you can see what you're doing. If you're punching it like this, you can't see if that paper's straight. And I know there's like little canals here, but that's too much wiggle room. You know what I mean? It can look perfectly clicked in and straight, but be totally crooked like that. So you want to make sure it comes all the way in, that you see what you're doing, that it's straight, and then punch it. Boom. See that? Straight, even, in the middle. So any one of my girlies that bought this and is like, Jessie, what is the deal with that? That's what the deal is. I figured it out, guys. I'm so smart. I am so smart. Not to toot my own horn, but my goodness. No, that's a true story. We were all like, what is happening? Okay, I made it a little big, so I'm going to trim it and try again. Here, right? You might want to do that and then stamp, and then you'll know. Let's try it again. I mean, I could have put that there, but it wasn't my favorite. Another thing is make sure that your edge is straight. If it's cut wonky, what is that? If it's cut wonky, it's not going to, if it's not straight, if you can't line it up, it's not going to be straight. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I explain things very well. Now we all know how to use this. I'm going to stop struggling. No, I can't. I had already trimmed my paper. We're going to do it old school. So if you don't have that, and you're like, that's great, Jessie, but I don't have that, let me show you old school. Take your scissor. Cut the slit down the middle, like so. Try to get it. You know, we all know I'm not straight and I'm not middle. There we go. Here we go. What are you going to do? Then go to the corner and cut to the middle. Go to the other corner and cut to the other middle. And then, voila, you have a dovetail. So either way works. Why buy a punch if you don't need it? You know what I'm saying? Here we go. I'm going to do it like that. We can adorn it with a little something, something. And it'll be perfect. So, hello, friend. There we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now I'm just going to throw some glue down. We have the one-dimensional. We popped up the flowers, and we popped up this front panel. So there's really no need to pop up the birdhouse, but you know, you do you. Try to get that bottom edge straight and get it on your front panel, okay? Now it's pretty, but it kind of looks like it's just floating in space. So to fix that problem, there's two things with this set. One, there's a little stand, like it's on a stand, and you can cut that out. And two, they do like a little cute bow hanging situation, so that's what we're gonna do today. I thought that was pretty cute. Okay. Here we go. I kind of let that set for a minute, and then where it's coming off the blue paper, I just gave it a little snip. There we go. Super cute. What do you guys think? Yes? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so the next thing, let's work on the inside, and then we'll come to the outside. I just made this a simple note card, you know. So I took an insert panel at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. I cut a piece of that DSP at 4 inches by 1 1/2. And this will all be on the pictorial for you. Ooh, no, 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 no. There we go. Okay. And now we just glue it in. Good, Sherry. I'm glad. Get out that stamp set and get to work. Also, on Friday, you'll have Christmas ideas to do with it. I just got glue where I didn't want it, guys. Hot Mess Express coming in. And then to fix it, I made it crooked. No, it's not really. It's not bad. Okay. There we go. Now we just gotta, gosh, look at all the glue. You know how people have inky fingers? I'm gonna start trending gluey fingers because that's what we got over here going on. Okay. I'm gonna use my pretty little pick that Miss Pam made me. Love, love, love. It matches the card, and I was like, I'm gonna show this on my card making. Okay, so I'm just gonna take some of these gems. I want that one down there. I'm just gonna dot them around. One up here. There. We'll do two. Super cute. Okay, so in case you're wondering, these are Tinsel Gems 3-pack. All right, oh wait, I do not want to lose my little doodad. Oh well, I'll have to, nope, there it is, haha. So, okay. All right, guys, that is the card for tonight. We made it through a whole live, knock on wood, that everybody is still there. You guys still with me? Give me thumbs up and hearts. Let me see. Yay. Okay, good. I'm going to flip up so we can say goodbye and chit chat for a minute. Are you ready? Close your eyes if you get seasick. Here we go. One more and up. There we go. Okay, guys, we did it. We stayed online. Now, the live on Friday, I'm not going to put that on YouTube because I would have to download everything into a separate editing software and chop it and do all these things. And it was a really simple card. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to give myself a break. But I put the pictorial up. So from that, you should be able to make it no problem. So my pre-order will supposed to be in Saturday. So next Wednesday, I'm going to have all the papers, gems, and ribbon to show you guys. So be excited about that. And basically I'm showing you what's going to come in the product share. I'll tell you all the information, the price, all that good stuff, and then be taking orders. Because this time I'm being proactive with the product share. So I will have 4 product shares that will be ready to go starting Wednesday. And I can't mail them before the release. So it will be shipped out like first thing September. And then I'll be taking orders for any other than the 4. And the day the catalog goes live, like probably the night before, you know, because it like gets enacted at like 11 o'clock my time, I'll be ordering everybody's product share stuff. So I have a whole thing. We'll talk about it more then. We have our haunted house, thank you, Mom, coming. So we're going to be doing that. We have so much stuff. I have so much stuff going on. I'm super excited. This weekend, I'm taking the weekend to scrub my house down and make it fall fabulous. So who's with me? Who's doing this? I know it's August. Don't judge me. 1 month isn't enough. I need all the burrs and time to set up. So that's why I do it in August. That's it. That's my life. That's what I do. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a good evening. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the comments.